Good morning. I'm Dan LaSquadra. I'm your highway superintendent. I said before, I apologize if we cleared the roads a little too well this year, that you didn't get more snow days, but we did our job this year. But today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to have some fun, but you're going to learn something really, really important. Distracted and drunk driving. Okay? Now I can tell you, I have personal experience. I would think that probably most of you here either know someone or know someone who knows someone that's died in a car accident. It's really unfortunate. The numbers have gone down over the years, but it's through education that we've done that. Okay? Anybody here ever hear of Leandra's Law? You know what Leandra's Law is? Okay, if you are operating a motor vehicle and you're intoxicated and you have someone 15 years or younger in the car with you, it is an automatic felony. And what does that mean? That means for the rest of your life, when you apply for a job and that little box says, have you ever been convicted of a felony? You're going to have to check yes. That's one part of it. The other part might be you killed that person in the car with you. Now, I can tell you, before I ran for office, I was an insurance adjuster, and my father owned a body shop. I looked at the aftermath of car crashes every single day of my life. And I would go to the police impound out in West Hampton, and if it was a car accident, I knew the only reason I was there is because somebody died in that car. And I'd look at tan leather seats that were stained red, dried blood all over the car. And these were things that could have been avoided. They are choices that you make as individuals, either to yourself, not to drive drunk or distracted, or just as importantly, don't get in the car with someone who's been drinking or someone who's acting irresponsibly. These are decisions that you can make. We want to talk to you about that today. We have a great staff here. You're going to have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, but I want you to take away the message that this is entirely within your power to control. All right, I'm going to bring your principal. Where's your principal? Ms. Crossan. And she's going to have a couple of words for you, so thank you.
Thank you. We are very excited to be working with the town to bring you this program that's going to give you a simulation of what you feel like if you were under the influence and driving a motor vehicle. So I'd really like you to take it as serious as possible and to think about the consequences that you would face if if you find yourself in a situation where you're driving a motor vehicle impaired. There's two courses set up. One is going to be if you were wearing goggles that simulate if you were under the influence, and the other course is set up as if you were trying to text and drive. So please take this very seriously, get the most out of it, think about your friends, your family, your loved ones that would all experience the consequences that, that would go along with a bad or poor decision. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm going to turn you over to another very serious individual who's actually a lot of fun, and that's Al Ferrari, and he's going to talk to you about what you're going to be doing today. So thank you.
Morning. So I work for the town of Brookhaven, along with Mr. LaSquadra. We work at a place called Safety Town, where we teach you about defensive driving, teen driving. So we're here today to teach you about that. But I'm a retired New York City Highway Patrol officer. When I retired, my job was to go to your house at 3 o'clock in the morning and knock on your door to get your parents to come with me because you were drinking and driving or texting and driving, or you got into a car with somebody and you lost your life. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, when your parents hear that knock on the door, they go past your bedroom and you're not there. And everything slows down. Because what's the #1 killer of your age group? What is it? It's the car. You're getting in the car and it's alcohol, it's the same thing. You're getting in your car and you're not ready for it yet. You're driving too fast, you're drinking and driving, you're getting in there with your friends and you're not ready. And there would be nothing worse than having to talk to your friend's mom and explain why. Right? So we've set up 2 cones. One station's going to be with the texting and driving. The second station's going to be for the DWI and driving. We're going to put the goggles on you. The goggles simulate 3 times the legal limit. Technically, you're ossified. You have blood alcohol levels. You have to go to the hospital. So we want you to break up. In addition, we have 2 mats on the side over there where we'll do even more. Okay? We want you to laugh. We want you to have a good time. We want you to learn something about it. Every cone you hit is like a little person. Nothing could be worse than dragging your next door neighbor down the street. So let's be careful. We laugh. Look at me, look at me. Seriously, look at me. Laughing is a defense mechanism. But I'm telling you right now, while we're sitting in here, it's happening. And if you don't think it's happening, come spend the day with me or Mr. LaSquadro, and we'll show you firsthand. Okay, we want you to break up into groups, get in line, let's have some fun.
You could do this.
Go on, go on, go, 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 go. Programs such as the one behind me, which is a driving while intoxicated, visually impaired simulator, give our students hands-on experience with what it's like to be impaired while behind the wheel of a vehicle, obviously without the danger of actually operating a vehicle on our public roadways. Being visually impaired but still having cognitive senses allows the students to experience this and remember these effects. It's very important that our students are able to experience this and make good decisions before these cones turn out to be real people.
We're very excited at Rocky Point to be bringing this program on safe driving to our students and excited to be working with the town on this initiative. The students are experiencing a great opportunity to know what it's like to be under the influence and while driving a motor vehicle and also while texting and driving. I think it's an eye-opening experience in terms of how many cones that they're hitting or simulating that they could be driving erratically and not in a safe way. And this is a great opportunity for our students to feel the actual experience and live the experience of what it's like before they get out on the road. So we'd like to thank the town for bringing this program to us, and it's a great program. Thank you.
At the gas station. Oh, wrong way. You're gonna have to hit 50 seconds for that. Yeah, the good one.
You skipped another step. You're standing on the edge of the step. Pick up your notebook.
Oh my God.
You want to stay in the middle of the gray boxes. Now you have money to your side. Next step. Ooh, you missed a step again. And you missed some money. And you left a beer bottle at the top of the stairs for your parents to find. So now I want you to stand in front of the police car. Look down the straight line. Stay on that white line. Alternating arms. Stay on that white line. Get on that white line. Wheel to toe. You're not anywhere near the white line. And now you're on the stairway again. You did great. Did I get that or no? You got it. You got the step? I'm right here. Who went already?
No?
You're not standing on the stair right now. Now you're on the edge.
Get on this side and talk. Good. Listen to the instructions. Go, fast, you gotta go fast, faster, faster. Go.
So we'll start over here. What do you guys get out of this, and do you think other students in other schools should do this?
I think absolutely I think a bunch of schools should have this program because it really helps the teenagers realize, the dangers of drinking and driving or texting and driving, and they don't understand how it could affect other people.
What did you think was the one thing about this you didn't expect when you were doing it?
I think that when we were doing the drunk driving simulation, I didn't expect to hit as many cones as I did. I mean, I know that's not like, a joke, but I don't think I expected it to be as serious, and I think that many people should get to know.
Well, I mean, listen, that's one of the important things that you saw today was you got to see what it feels like to be visually impaired without being cognitively impaired. Because if you drink that much, that you're that visually impaired, that's a 3.0, that 0.3 that you blow, you're really, really drunk. You're going to have trouble, even walking, not falling down. This gives you the opportunity to see what that feels like visually while still being able to think about the consequences. What other things did you think, I know we had a couple of other stations there, that were a surprise to you?
Well, when we were doing the little track, I didn't think that I would go off the road that much, and it was really hard to see where you were going and see how straight you were going. So some people just don't go that straight, and they'll crash into things.
Absolutely, and obviously, you guys are very attuned to drinking and driving or driving impaired, whether it be drugs or alcohol, but the texting and driving, the distracted driving, is such an epidemic right now, and it's something that, unfortunately, because of the fact that people don't necessarily have the same stigma that is attached to the drinking or driving impaired, that a lot of people are engaging in that activity. What did you think of the distracted driving course? Because I saw you driving, so I'm going to ask you.
I actually did worse in the texting while driving one, and I thought it was going to be like a walk in the park, but I did so bad. I was hitting all the little people and all the cones. I was getting yelled at from the sidelines. I didn't realize how bad I was doing because I thought it was going to be so easy, but it was actually worse.
No, absolutely, and that's something that a lot of people are kind of surprised about, but it shouldn't be. Especially for you that, you're not mentally impaired, you're visually impaired in that drunk driving simulator. So you're very focused. You're trying to do the best you can. Like you said, most people, when they're doing the distracted driving course, they think, oh, texting, I do this every day. It's no big deal. I can do this. I can multitask. You can't. It is as bad as driving while impaired on drugs or alcohol. So I'm really glad you guys got to experience that. Anybody else want to share any of their other experiences from today? Please.
When I was doing the drunk driving one, I didn't expect it to be that hard. It was really blurry and messed up, and I couldn't focus on the road. So.
Absolutely, and that's, again, the important part of this, that you're able to think clearly but still get to experience the physical effects. And that's what makes this so enlightening. So I'm really glad you guys all got to be a part of this today. Thank you for participating, and thank you for all the work that you do to bring awareness to drunk and impaired driving. Have a great day.